Alright folks, welcome back to How To Guide Tech. Today we're diving into one of Excel's most useful functions, VLookup. If you've ever found yourself manually searching through spreadsheets to match data, this one's going to be a game changer. So here's the situation. I've got a table on the left with employee names and their departments, and on the right, I have a list of employees where I need to fill in their respective departments. Now, I could go through each name manually and type in the department, but there's a much smarter way to handle this. Introducing VLookup, which stands for vertical lookup. It's basically Excel's way of automatically finding and retrieving information from tables. Let's start building our VLookup formula. Every formula in Excel begins with an equal sign. This tells Excel we're about to create a formula rather than just typing text. Next, we type VLookup and open the parentheses. Notice that helpful tooltip that appears? That's Excel showing us exactly what information this function needs. The first thing VLookup asks for is the lookup value. This is simply what we're searching for. In my case, I want to find John Smith's department, so I'll click on his name in the list. This creates a reference to that cell. Next is the table array. This is where VLookup will search for our answer. That's our reference table on the left containing all the employee names and departments. I'll select the entire range, and Excel automatically inserts that reference into our formula. Now we need something called a column index number. This might sound complicated, but it's really just asking which column contains the information we want to retrieve. In our table, employee names are in column 1 and departments are in column 2. Since we want the department information, we enter the number 2. The final piece is specifying whether we want an exact match or an approximate match. For most situations like this, we want an exact match, so we type false. Now let's close the parentheses and hit enter. Perfect. VLookup found that John Smith works in marketing. The formula did all the searching for us. Here's a useful tip. If you ever need help building these formulas, click on the FX button in the formula bar. This opens Excel's function wizard, which guides you through each step and shows you exactly what each part of the formula does. Now let's copy this formula down to fill in the other departments. I'll copy the cell and paste it down. It works perfectly, but notice something went wrong. When we copied the formula down, Excel automatically adjusted the table reference, shifting it down as well. This is called a relative reference, and while it's helpful in some situations, it's not what we want here. The solution is to lock our table reference so it stays in place. I'll edit the formula and press F4 while the table range is selected. See those dollar signs that just appeared? Those lock the reference in place, creating what's called an absolute reference. Now, when I copy the formula down, it works correctly. Each employee gets matched with their proper department because the table reference stays locked on the original data range. But let me show you an even better approach. Instead of using regular cell ranges, let's convert our data into an Excel table. I'll select the employee data, go to Insert and click Table. This transforms our data range into a dynamic table. Now, when I reference this table in my VLookup formula, Excel automatically includes the entire table range. The best part? If I add or remove employees later, the formula will automatically adjust to include the new data. It's much more flexible than using fixed cell references. And that's VLookup in action. Once you get comfortable with this function, you'll find it incredibly useful for matching and retrieving data across different parts of your spreadsheets. If you find this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Also, comment. What problem do you want me to solve in the next video? Take care and bye.